has been a long time, but welcome to Should Have Turned Left. I'm Ben, Canadianized in various places. I don't go on Twitter.
My name is Reilly. Spartan Ryari 63 on the forums, I suppose. I don't think I ever post on the forums anymore. And if you're interested, I suppose you could find me on Facebook or Instagram, but that's probably really boring.
Yeah, so, going to, right off the bat, apologize. There are no dice in this video because that was a stream feature. I was testing a new dice cam, which actually worked pretty well.
Yeah, the in-stream dice cam is super cool. If you want to see the dice we rolled, go check out the VOD on shouldhaveturnedleft.twitch.tv, I believe is the link.
Twitch.tv/shouldhaveturnedleft.
There you go. There you go. Twitch.tv/shouldhaveturnedleft. Make sure to remember the apostrophe.
No apostrophe.
You didn't put an apostrophe in it? Gosh, what is this channel? We're not even grammatically correct.
URLs will not take apostrophes.
Oh, that's true.
That's why.
So no apostrophe.
Because that's the way URLs work.
There you go.
Anyways, we just had a bunch of fun playing this game.
It's true.
Despite the lack of dice cam, decided this was good enough to go ahead and do a proper battle report on for YouTube.
This was surprisingly a really enjoyable game. I haven't played War Machine in about a month and a half. Being a teacher, November into December is a super, super busy and stressful time in my job. Mostly because I've got a lot of grades and I've got final tests and things like that. So I haven't been able to play a whole lot. Ben has played far more than I have. But this was a really fun game. We were bringing, basically what this list pits itself against is a list that Ben has played a bunch, a really neat out-of-theme Mercs list that has a ton of Archons and a Blockader. He'll talk more about it in a bit. My list was built mostly looking at all of the troll models and Kriel Company that just got updated through the new CID. And I wanted to see how they function, see how they played, and just put models on the table that I didn't really get to play with a whole bunch. So you're going to see a Brawler in here. You're going to see a Blitzer in here. You're going to see Gunny. Gunny is my warlock.
Yep. Scattergunners got an update there and there.
Yeah, so I think now would be a really great time for us to go over lists.
Yes. You won the die roll and you decided to go first, so actually go over your entire list because you didn't quite... Ooh, I will be back in a little bit. Go over your list while I grab another mouse.
Alrighty. So my list, 75 points, Kriel Company, I had Gunnbjorn as my warlock. This is Warlock. We're playing Hordes. I normally play War Machine and Protectorate if you watch the channel regularly. In his battle group is Dozer Smigg, who got an update in the CID. Super cool. No more inaccurate on their gun, which is awesome. A Blitzer and a Brawler. They also had an attached Trollkin Runebearer, who is a buxom Trollkin lass in this particular list because I have the courtesy of Ben. Thank you, Ben. I have the mini crate model for it.
Blame Privateer Press. They sent me extra.
Hey, I'll take it. The rest of the list includes a War Wagon, a min unit of Scattergunners with a Y min unit because I have a max plastic unit at home that hasn't been built yet. There is a full unit of Northkin Raiders. I have Whelps. They never show up because I forget I have them.
We both forget.
And a stone unit with a Rune Shaper UA, just a regular UA. And last but not least, a Dhunian Archon that Ben built literally 5 minutes before the game because he has them and I decided I wanted to play with it.
And that's why she doesn't have the stone staff.
Why she doesn't have her staff turned out to be a far more important piece than I could have possibly imagined, which is silly of me because Archons are always important pieces.
Great last-minute addition to the list.
I think, real quick, just in case you're wondering what Kriel Company's theme benefits are, because nobody plays Kriel Company anymore.
What's the theme?
What's the theme? You get rerolls, and I forgot about this, and then we go back and realize it. Solos in this army have mark target, so friendly faction models gain +2 to ranged attack rolls when a model is within 5 inches of a friendly faction model with mark target.
Yeah, when another solo, which, thanks to Dhunian being partisan Trollbloods, does count.
Yeah, so that comes up later in the list. Ben, what's your list look like?
What's the theme? I am straight up out of theme. I am playing Fiona the Black, running a Blockader. I have 2 units of Kayazy Eliminators, a max full unit of Croe's Cutthroats. I have 2 Void Archons, 2 Thamarite Archons, 2 Powder Monkeys, and Gobber Tinker, and Hermit. The reason I'm playing out of theme is actually interactions between Fiona, her Cultist Rule, and Thamarite Archons. So, Thamarite Archons give other Thamarite models rerolls for their attack rolls. Fiona's Cultist Rule will turn a unit into a Thamarite unit. So, the 2 themes that Thamarite Archons are allowed in Mercenaries are Lealese, which Fiona is not allowed in, and then Flames of Darkness, which are Morrowind units, Thamarite units, and field mechanics. Fiona cannot pick a Morrowind unit for her cultists, so the only unit she can actually turn into Thamarites and Flames is field mechanics, which seems real bad for having the non-damage arc nodes.
Go ahead and leave in the comments below if you think they're ever going to come out with a Thamarite unit.
Devil Shadow Mutineers.
Besides that.
Probably. Because, I mean, so we're still waiting for the Thamarite Advocates. We've got Savio, Acosta. I mean, there's Thamarite solos. They'll probably come out with more Thamarites in the future. But
hey,
the only
leave
way...
in the comments what you think they are. What you think they might be.
But yeah, it's just sad that the only way to take advantage of Fiona turning a unit into a Thamarite and getting rerolls from the Thamarite Archon is to break theme. So that's what I'm experimenting with. It's pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
You know, I think anytime you place 4 Archons on the board, it's gonna be fun.
Heck yeah.
Archons are a little bit funky. The Blockader seems like a super cool jack. It didn't get to do a whole lot in this game, but it
did enough.
It seems like a super cool Colossal.
Yeah.
It seems really cool.
Crows are real good, though.
Crows are very good. I was excited, even though they were across the table from me, I was just excited to see Crows on the table again. I remember Crows were huge in Mark II. A very popular unit in Mark II because they were really good. They had backstab and they had poisons. You could get like 4 dice on the roll. It was bonkers. And then Mark III happened and people were like, eh.
And then the only change to them since Mark III is with the Oblivion update, they gained Prey.
Exactly. Which suddenly they're back.
Well, technically they also gained Partisan Infernal.
Yeah, but suddenly they're back. Like the Prey suddenly made people like willing to take them, which is super cool. And they function really, really neat in this list because of Fiona turning them into a Thamarite unit. They suddenly benefit from a bunch of really cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
So here we go. First turn has happened. Basically, my army's just moving forward. I put the War Wagon in what I think is like a conservative, like safe spot.
But I'm playing Fiona. There is no safe spot.
This is my month and a half of not playing showing.
Well, to be fair, this is one of the wonky things with Fiona.
Well, and the other thing too is I thought Befuddle was only enemy warrior model.
Oh no.
I completely misplayed it because I was like, oh, this isn't a warrior model. It's a battle engine, which means it's a construct, which means it's fine. Right? No, it's just not Warlock, not Warcaster, not Infernal Master model, which means it's literally anything. And I'm like, well, that sucks. So, yeah, I lose 17 points of my army off the bat, which is a bummer.
It's one of those building this list. I had 6 points left. I initially had 3 Powder Monkeys and then looked at it again and went, no, I can take the Gobber Tinker. A, it's good to have a built-in repair, and B, Crows are my cultists, so they don't take damage. And other than that, I can either run the Powder Monkeys, treat them as Legion Spell Martyrs, one-and-done Arc Nodes, or the Powder Monkeys are the only ones that are going to die immediately after I arc through them. Because my Blockader is the only model I can't.
Yeah, having Arc Nodes all over the field is really cool. That's a really neat ability. Kind of a lot of really neat utility. Let's take a break talking about the game. What are we drinking?
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay, so during the game, we were drinking this year's
Goose Island Bourbon County
Vintage. That's what I call it.
Something stout.
Yeah. Goose Island Bourbon County brand stout. It is Yep, that's what it says everywhere. Develops in the bottle up to 5 years. And it is a 14.7 alcohol by volume.
Definitely. Each of us had a bottle of this. It's delicious.
Yes.
If you're interested in trying a really good beer, a really good stout,
it's released only on Black Friday.
You can
Once
get
it's sold out, it's gone.
You can get it at like a Total Wine or some other alcohol seller such as that. It's really good. It's really good. If you've ever tasted Stone Bastard Brewery's Woot Stout, it tastes similar to the Woot Stout, but is 10 times more delicious.
I wish I could remember exactly what number episode where you tried the Woot Stout and saw that reaction. Because by that point, you had already had the Goose Island. I'm pretty sure.
I had not already had the Goose Island at that point in time.
No?
Nope.
I thought you did. Oh. Because I know I bought that after the 2015, but whatever.
Nope.
Anyways, have you? I don't think you've tried it yet.
I've not tried what's sitting in front of me at the moment.
All right. So also 2019 vintage. We are going. Well, I've already had a couple of these. Reilly's going to have the Goose Island Bourbon County brand wheat wine ale. Clocks in at a 15.3.
Shoo!
You can see through it, but also a Black Friday release, slightly higher cost. I think it's worth it. Let's see what Reilly decides. I love this one.
It's a subtler taste.
Yep.
Than the stout. Obviously, it's an ale. Still has that same full body that you get from that bourbon barrel. It's got that really nice full body. That's quite good. I would probably drink the stout if I had a choice, but I'm not saying this isn't good. This is also very good.
Yeah.
Very delicious.
And just looking at, we can figure out the dice rolls by how you're marking damage. But anyway, so what happened? I ran my Void Archon up, and because I can, I arced a Befuddle, which for some reason is range 10, onto the War Reg and turned it around.
Interesting. Interesting is the word I'm going to put for it, because I'm not going to say it's ridiculous at this point, because Befuddle hasn't been a big deal.
I think it's pretty ridiculous.
Up until Fiona got it, and now it's kind of a big deal, because I think before Fiona got it, the only other caster that had it in the game was
Kalandra,
and Kalandra's spending all of her focus on Starcrossed and rerolls. So it's, I don't know. I didn't struggle with it as much this game. Obviously, I just lost a 17-point model because of it, but that's because I'm an idiot and didn't remember how Befuddle works, especially when it's literally in faction on the one troll caster I have probably played more than any other troll caster in the game.
Yeah, and by the way, this right here, this is why I play Crows with Fiona.
Super
Turn
good.
the War Wagon around,
Super
put
ridiculous.
Curse on them, have Prey on it. They're POW 14 guns versus this thing.
Yeah, super
If I want to
silly.
be ridiculous with a Void Archon and run it up there, POW 16 guns.
Super silly.
Backstab.
But I didn't really struggle too much with it because I also had the ability to place Gunny has Rock Wall. And so I had the ability to put in Obstruction in play basically wherever I wanted. So I was able to minimize and mitigate the effect of Befuddle because some of my key pieces were constantly protected by a wall that they didn't have 3 inches of movement to get over.
And that wall was clutch.
Oh man, that wall. I loved having that wall. See, the thing is, I don't think I ever upkept it, but I think I cast the wall almost every single turn.
I don't think there was a turn you didn't. Even on your feat turn, you still had it up. Because,
even on my feat turn, I cast it because the thing is like...
And it still mattered.
And it mattered because it was able to reject the Befuddle. But the great thing is with the Trollkin Runebearer, who can harmoniously exalt, it's one Fury. I spend one Fury and I put a wall
So
up.
it's the same cost to upkeep it as to cast it. So who cares?
Exactly. Like, so why would you upkeep it when you have the ability to spend the same amount of resources and reposition it as you need? Like, Rockwall is an incredibly good spell. Incredibly good.
Very.
I mean,
very
anytime
good.
you can add a defensive terrain piece like that into the game changer.
Yeah.
Absolute game changer.
Now, one of the hilarious other things you can do with the Rockwall, slap it in front of a Colossal and slap it in front of your enemy's
buddy.
Colossal and just watch it cry.
Absolutely. I chose not to do that this game.
I don't think you really had a good turn to do it.
I could have done it on turn 3, I believe. But the problem is you have so many guns in this list that I needed the defensive benefits that the wall gave me far more than I needed the...
Or no, this is turn...
This is
this is turn 1. Yeah.
Far more than I needed the screwing up your Colossal.
Yeah.
Because I needed that +4 death because, like, hi there, I have 2 Thamarite Archons who have scary guns.
Yep.
And the other thing too
they
is,
don't ignore cover.
The other thing too is it allowed Gunny to play like absurdly far up.
Yeah, he
because
was. He was pretty safe most of the time.
Gunny was able to place a wall. What is that? That wall is probably what, like 2-3 inches from the 24-inch mark. Gunny was able to play close. Essentially in the middle of the table with relative impunity until armies start to crumble. And then things get questionable.
Hooray, indecision with my eliminators, not knowing which ones to activate or where to put them. And I just decided, you know what, they're going to hang back.
It's true. So what happens now?
Fiona feet turn because I had already planned on feeding bottom 1, especially after seeing the Northkin Raiders come up that far.
Yeah, so the Northkin Raiders are super quick. They're speed 6. Northkin Raiders remain probably one of the top 5 skirmishing units in the game.
Oh my gosh,
super duper good, super great. I love Northkin Raiders. They're a super expensive unit as far as like actual like American dollars go. I think they're like $86.
Sup-howlers.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
My struggle with this turn was
there were some order of activation issues and Fiona's feet.
But the thing is, Fiona was super far forward and only on 1 focus. And I was like, man, if there's ever a time to do an assassination run, it's right now.
She does have occultation on herself, which that created the order of activation problems.
Ultimately, what it came down to, I had the ability to get rid of stealth because Spirit Chaser on the stone can nullify stealth.
Yep.
I had the ability to get enough attacks on there that probably as long as I hit, would have done decent. I had guided fire, which meant all of my ranged attacks could have done what they needed to. The dice math wasn't great on it.
No,
but I'm kind of glad it didn't go through. But essentially, what ended up making the decision for me, and I spent some time on it, is that it's not so much order of activation issues. It's literally I need 7 fury to get done what I need to get done, and I only have 6 that I'm able to spend.
Yep, and that's counting Harmonious.
Exactly. So I needed 8 because I needed to run the stone. I needed to dump 2 more fury onto the stone to get it up to max.
Because Fiona is out of walk and max stone range, so top off wasn't even an option.
And then I needed to awaken the stone, I think is what it's called. And then I needed to cast both snipe and guided fire.
Yep.
Ideally,
you needed to cycle snipe.
I needed to cycle snipe, which was never going to happen.
No.
I needed to put 3 fury onto the stone. That's what it was. Because it was on 4, and I needed to get it to 7. I needed 7 fury, and I only had 6 that I could use. And so I just didn't have enough. So I went, you know what? Forget about it. It's not worth the clock time. Also, first game in a month and a half I'm playing on the clock. Didn't go terribly well, but also didn't go awful. You'd be surprised in War Machine how much muscle memory helps you.
Oh my gosh, your feet wrecked my clock.
It's true. I think so. So Gunny's feat is super annoying in that everybody gains cover, nobody can become knocked down, and nobody suffers damage from ranged attacks.
And that was the clutch.
And that was really funny because Ben's list focuses a lot on ranged attacks.
Oh man, the Thamarite Archon's feat, my Thamarite literally does nothing except provide rerolls.
Thamarite
I can't attack with it. It doesn't do anything.
The Crows have to get into melee to do stuff. The Blockader at this point is way too far away from anything to be useful, especially once the wall goes up.
You say that.
It didn't do a whole lot in this game. I think
it does kill a thing next turn.
Yeah, but
it used all its focus to do it.
But that thing had also gotten the tar beat out of it by other things too. So that's why I was like,
Void Archon got an attack on it
and one
charging Croe.
So half its life was already gone, and you had to use a full stack to kill it. Pardon my disrespect, but
yeah.
Until it gives me reason to respect it.
Oh, harsh.
Especially considering it then disappears.
Spoiler alert.
But
that's what. See, I was trying to avoid that because I was going to say, you couldn't putting a rock wall in front of it. Turn 3 wouldn't have mattered.
Nope,
because you didn't have a turn 3 opportunity to put it in front.
It's true because it was just gone.
It wasn't there.
No, I think I kill it on turn 3.
Nope. You kill it.
Because this is top of 2.
Exactly.
Spoiler alert. But all of that is a very long way of saying, I think I got down to like 22 minutes on my turn 2. Because I spent a lot of time thinking about what I was doing.
Yeah, you were under... you were under 10. Were you at 22?
I was at 20.
Yeah,
I was at 23.
You were at 20.
I was at like 23 something at the end of my turn 2. I spent a lot of time on turn 2 because I spent a lot of time thinking.
Yeah, as you will find out, seeing as that's the turn we are in.
I looked down at one point during Ben's part of turn 2, so turn 2B. Ben's on 21 minutes. Ben takes like 25 or 26 minutes to get done with his turn 2 because of Gunny's feet. Because he's just like, I have no clue what to do.
Yeah, when all of a sudden my guns are gone, I can't spray with the voids, I can't shoot with the Thamarites, I can't shoot with crows, and this Blockader sprays are out. What do I do?
It's true. And again, this obviously was not meant to be a hard counter. Like I said, Ben can attest to this. I built this list whilst eating a burrito when I got to Ben's house.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it just turns out Gunny's feet is a really good counter to my list.
It's a really good counter to this list. I had some positioning issues this game.
Zerkova 1 is going to be a really good counter to this list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Her feet turn does more.
Yep.
Because I can't charge.
Oof.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't take damage from ranges.
Vindictus.
Yeah, I don't have Ion and Holt, so I can't hand out magical weapons. My Thamarites are magical.
Your Thamarites are okay, but
my Archons in general. But
all your Archons are okay, but then you also can't arc. You can't target me with spells, which means you can't befuddle me, which means you can't Curse of Shadows me. That's
Curse of Veils.
Whatever it is.
Technically different because you don't block line of sight. Curse of Shadows, I can walk through you.
Both are
Curse of Veils doesn't do it. Yeah. Yeah. Point is, curse. -2 armor.
Yeah. That would be an interesting game.
What?
My Vindictus list into this list.
It would. It would. Are Thorn Gun Mages magical?
I think so.
Okay.
They're gun mages.
Because I mean, that's the list I'm quote-unquote pairing with this. With a effective Rat 10, POW 23 sprays from Blockader.
That would be interesting. I don't feel
Archons?
nearly comfortable right now to play that Vindictus list. Because that list has a lot of nuance to it.
Yeah, that list does.
I mean, we were not the last War Machine weekend, but I guess the last
2
year.
years
I guess
prior
it was
from
the
that
last
one?
year. It was War Machine weekend.
Yeah,
right, because it was War Machine weekend, and then it changed.
That's
to War
right,
Machine,
Warfare weekend this year. So not.
So we were at the last War Machine
2018
weekend. How much did I play that Vindictus list?
You played it a lot.
I mean, I think I played that Vindictus list for 6 months in preparation for that.
Yeah,
and ended up playing it every single game at War Machine weekend.
Yep,
went 9 out of 12 with it. I was fairly pleased with it.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one because you played Invictus the entire thing, and then as soon as I built my Una 2 list, I played that and wrecked house with it. Una 2 is still good post nerf. Hey,
it's true. It's true. I think the only super beatdown I got that entire list was a Siege 1 Sons of the Tempest list.
Oh, and man, am I glad Fiona feeded this turn right now because all the blast damage is against crows.
Dude.
So Reilly can't hit with Raiders, period, because crows being def 13 under Fiona's feet is actually really clutch.
Yeah, especially unless you're Matt.
You have to be 7+ in order to even try to hit.
Yeah, because you get -1 dice. So I was just rolling scatters and hoping I rolled 6 on my blast damage.
6 on blast damage would kill. And crows were the only thing you could kill on this turn because Hermit is running.
I think it would have been a different matter if I had a Fell Color in the list. Because then I could have...
Is Fell Color +2 to all attacks or just melee?
Melee attacks, but I could still get into... The thing is, I could still get into melee with you. I chose to throw because...
it would be 5+? Yeah, it would be 5+.
I think so. And so the dice are better.
Yeah.
Right? I chose to throw because that was the only way I could do damage.
Yeah.
Right? Because I couldn't hit you with my melee attacks. But the other thing, I took a Fel Caller out of
range.
I took a Fel Caller and because I think I originally built this list, I had a Fel Caller and a Feral Geist in there, and then you were like, I can build the Archon, and I was like, no, because the Archons are super complicated. Like I've seen all the other Archons, it'll take you forever. And you went and got it, and the Archon's like 3 pieces.
Yeah, the Dhunian Archon's only
the Dhunian Archon
pieces.
is only 3 pieces, and one of the contact points are really well for the resin and metal. Like it's actually a fairly well designed model.
Yeah,
and so I was like, oh yeah, no, go ahead, just glue it to a base and throw 1 bit on it. And I'll use it. And so I took the Fel Caller out and the Feral Geist out and put in Whelps and the Archon. 100% a better list. The Archon,
yes.
Considering the Archon's free.
Yeah, you can requisition point the Archon because it's medium base and partisan
is,
trolls.
Yeah, because you add it via your friendly unit and then you requisition it in, like, absolutely. 100% worth it.
No reason not to. Man, yeah.
And the thing is, it sits centrally in my army almost the entire game. It eventually dies. But it sits centrally in my army the entire time and just turns off the Void Archons.
It can.
Because the Void Archons rely so much on that soul gathering, and it's just like, okay, you get souls from your guys, but you want your Void Archon getting souls from my guys, and the Dhunian Archon says you don't get my souls within 10 inches. So I have a 22-inch bubble.
21.56.
There you go. I have a 21.56-inch bubble on the table where you don't get my souls.
Yay, shifting stones. I know the sizes of all the bases in inches.
So
there's my ruler. I was looking for it earlier, and it's a magnetic ruler attached to the grill of my fireplace.
Nice. That's funny.
Squirrel.
So yeah, I mean that Dhunian Archon, so I've played 2 of the Archons up to this point. I've played the Menite Archon and the Dhunian Archon. Not surprising. I play Menoth and I play awesome. Trolls. The Menite Archon is bonkers. If I had $80 to spend, I'd go out and buy 2 of them.
Until then, you can borrow mine as long as I'm not playing Kane 3.
The Dhunian Archons, all right, this is coming from somebody who's played it. I'm not the most advanced troll player the world's ever seen, but granted, trolls are also not that great in today's meta right now. The Dhunian Archon does way more work than it looks like on paper. Because
it does.
Unlike the other 3 Archons, because there's 3 other Archons, right? Void, Thamarite, 4 Archons. No, I'm sorry.
So for minions,
it's 5. So there's 5 other Archons in addition to. So there's the Primal, there's the Menite, there's the Morrowind, there's the Thamarite, and there's the Void. All those 5 Archons are super combat based, and they do a ton of stuff during their activation or in engaging with the enemy.
It's like Primal's the mix between the two, generally considered the worst. It's got countercharge, so it does have some defensive abilities though countercharge knockdown is fun, and oh man, there's lulls with Helga.
Right, but all of the Archons are fairly combat oriented.
Yep.
Which is fine. And so you look on paper at the Dhunian Archon and you're like, well, why would I want to take this? The out of activation effect it has is incredible. A once a turn martyr, the ability to heal itself when somebody dies.
More like vision.
It's more like vision. That's right. I shouldn't say martyr. So the way it works is when a model gets hit, you then choose if it's going to suffer a damage roll or not and suffer D3.
Because there's one turn in particular you screwed up, and the reason why I didn't let you have a take back is because I had deliberetely paused during my attack rolls to check to see if you would.
And I didn't ask for the take back. Because I figured this out earlier. I should have done that.
because it was one of the first attack roll was on the Dhunian, and I straight up stopped and went, okay.
Yep, it's true. Well, and the other thing too is that's another month and a half of me not playing is in my head.
Yeah,
I knew that all the attacks were simultaneous, but I didn't translate that to being all these are happening at the same time. So I have to choose now who takes the damage roll.
Yeah, and I just didn't there was a turn where you straight up did take one back and I didn't care because of whatever. It's like, oh, okay, we're both kind of learning. I haven't played the Dhunian yet. I built it just now.
Exactly. But that being said, ignoring the fact that I don't know how to play War Machine, which I don't, the Dhunian Archon
way better on the table
way better on table than it is on paper because it's out of activation, just sitting there. Passive ability impact is huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, armies like Krix are going to struggle against armies that have Dhunian Archons in it because armies against Krix rely so much on soul gathering, right? Suddenly, if
Crix,
you can sit here
Infernals.
Crix, Infernals.
Man.
I think there's some Scorn lists that like to draw enemy souls.
There's some. I think most Scorn lists
well, the popular
actually use their own, and that's Exalted.
Are Exalted. But I mean, there's some of those, right? Those lists that rely on other people's souls. Wormwood? Does Wormwood get souls?
I love Wormwood so much, too.
Like Dhunian Archon turns off Wormwood? Right?
So, Dhunian, Morrowind, and Thamarite turn off.
And so
because all of them do soul protection.
That's just really cool.
Which I love Wormwood so much, and you know that.
I do. Well, I was just trying to think of lists that do.
Yeah.
And so I was really pleased with having it in the list.
If
you are a Trolls player, or I guess a Minions player, because Minions can take it in its partisan Minions as well. It's a minion model.
It's a minion model.
And so if you're
Will work for food is stupid because you can take double Primal, double Void, and double Dhunian, and you can rec point the Dhunians. And the Voids are real good.
So if you're interested, I mean, if you're a Troll player or a Minions player, I would recommend picking up at least one.
Yeah,
get at least one.
Dhunian is free in every theme because you can,
and it's a
Merc / minion her in and rec pointer.
It's a medium based model, which means it doesn't take.
Here we are seeing how clutch that stupid wall was.
Woohoo! You couldn't befuddle my Brawler. I think that's also really interesting too. Now that I think about it, the Dhunian being a medium based model, would it being a large base model having a 10-inch you can't take my soul bubble, would that be broken?
No, it would not be broken. However, she would not be anywhere near as good.
Yeah, because she can't fit in as tight a spot.
She can't fit.
And she could be seen by everything.
Well, I mean, I think it's actually more the option to requisition her.
That's true. You can't really requisition
if she becomes a large base, you cannot requisition her.
True. Suddenly you're paying for her. That's why she was so good in this list, is because she was 0 points.
Yeah, I mean, sure, on paper she's 6 points, but yeah, when you can requisition her, I mean, she is fantastic.
That's a ton of work. That's a ton of work for a 0 point model.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm like, it's one of those, okay, support models, when you pay for them, yes, they kind of hurt. The reason I have the support that I have in the Powder Monkeys and Gobber Tinkers is when I built the list, I had 6 extra points.
Yep.
So I'm okay doing that in support, whereas, yes, the Hermit is 5-point support. I deliberately paid for. Everything else is business.
I'll be honest. I could see Troll players complaining because Trolls require a lot of support. They do, yeah.
But the thing is, you've got the Krielstone
even in this list. I mean, my Krielstone is the only support model I've paid for. I didn't pay for the Runebearer, and I didn't pay for the Dhunian Archon. That's 11 points of support that I didn't pay for.
And support for requisition is awesome.
And the thing is, you can pay for like
Fiona
combat solos.
runs away.
Yeah, Fiona runs away.
Sir Robin.
Yeah, Fiona runs away, which I was fine with. I was like, you know what, whatever. I'll be honest, I hadn't played in a month and a half. I came into this game and was like, I'm here to play a game of War Machine, play some new models, and have a good time. I'm fairly certain I'm going to lose.
Spirit Chaser scares me.
Yo, Spirit Chaser. Underrated. I've had 2 games that I can remember. This game and a game against a Crix player where I've used Spirit Chaser to ridiculous effect.
Oh, son of a gun. I think here's a couple souls that I might get that I'm not allowed to. Oh, yeah. This is me waffling on where do I actually place my Void Archon.
Tomas definitely asked a couple of times if you got souls that you weren't supposed to. I don't think either of us caught it.
Oh, no. He already had souls at that point. Because you had killed crows.
I had killed crows and you got that, but Tomas was definitely
I'm not gaining.
No.
Okay, I did play that one right.
There's a couple that Tomas asked about. One, he saved the ones that we got earlier, but he said no before. There's ones you got wrong and I didn't.
Oh, and here's the take back on the Dhunian that I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever.
So it's really weird. The Dhunian Archon has 2 rules that, if you don't read them carefully, they seem like the same rule. They have Mother's Embrace.
Yeah, no kidding.
Mother's Embrace states that when a friendly model or friendly faction model? Friendly model within command
pretty
range
sure faction
dies or is destroyed, you may heal D3 points on the Dhunian Archon.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter in this list because she's factioned everything anyway.
It's true. But, so there's that. There's also the Threads of Fate, Threads of Life.
Threads of Life, I think.
I think that's what it's called, but it's when a model is hit, once per turn, you may choose that model to not suffer a damage roll, and the Dhunian Archon takes D3 damage. Right? So 2 rules that both require D3 that both have to do with protecting your models. And so if you just don't read carefully...
Neither of them are faction.
They're both friendly?
They're both friendly.
That's bonkers. Bonkers, I tell you.
Mother's Embrace. When a friendly model is destroyed. And then Threads of Life. Once per turn, when a friendly non-warlock living warrior model in this model's command range is hit.
Bro, you could bring Dhunian Archon in any Hordes faction.
Nope. Circle Trolls minions. That's it.
So
she is 2. Minion for circles and trolls. 3. Minions counts.
Yes, you're only missing 2.
Okay, yeah. Scorn and Legion.
Which is fine. I mean, bringing her in circle would be really good too.
Yeah.
I mean, her in circle would be silly. I don't want to say that because inevitably you'll show up with a circle list that has 2 of these suckers in it.
Nope. I can only do 1. If I bring 2, I am out of theme.
It's not partisan. That's right.
Yeah, it's partisan trolls.
That's right.
Primal is partisan circle, which makes sense when you look at it.
But still, I feel like that's pretty good in a circle list.
Yeah.
Like the ability to, that protection. That protection is huge. Like, yeah. I'm not, don't get me wrong, internet. I'm not out here saying.
It's one of those, the problem with circle though is when we have Wold Wardens with Combo Slam, we can actually make really good use of the Hermit that way because we can have the Hermit do his -2 armor, have the Wold Warden go up, slam him forward. He takes 3 points of damage. Oh no, but we can move him around to really get that armor debuff where we want.
Mm-hmm.
So when we can bring that beast, it's almost better to bring the Hermit in that regard.
It's true. And I think that's just a difference between the styles in Circle and Trolls. Circle is a far more offensive faction, whereas Trolls is definitely a catcher's mitt faction.
Oh, definitely.
Like Trolls loves to
Circle is glass cannon. Like
Trolls loves to receive the first punch and then weather it and be like, okay, now my turn.
Yep.
Like now I get to hit. And oftentimes that's devastating.
Yeah. But I mean, still, it's one of those with the once per turn vision / martyrdom, depending on how you look at it, because whatever. It triggers on hit. If you can keep the Dhunian Archon near a healing objective.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't even have to keep it near a healing objective.
Oh, she's constantly. Oh, yeah. I
because it's Mother's Embrace is not once a turn. It's Mother's Embrace is any time a friendly model is removed or is destroyed in its.
Unless there's a Void Archon near you.
Unless there's a Void Archon
another
near
model with Entropic Force.
Something that prevents healing, which sure. I think Void Archon is without a doubt the most mobile of those models.
Oh, incredibly so. He kills a model and teleports within 8.
He is
super mobile.
I want to build a will work for food list now. I've just been hit with this urge to build a will work for food list.
Dude, do you know how many I have right now?
Yeah, but I have a Dracodile.
So do I.
Oh, you bought one. That's right.
Yeah. And I've got Rask. I don't have Maylock yet.
See, well, I don't know if I necessarily want Maylock and will work for food.
But I've got Rask. I've got Yaga Yaga.
I don't think I even want Yaga Yaga.
I've got Arcadius because I have Bride of Arcadius. See, I've got Sturm and Drang because there's some hilarious lists there. See, I don't have Helga.
I think what I would rather have, I think I would like Sturm and Drang and then run Meyer with a Dracodile and then throw a bunch of Archons in there and just see the madness that ensues. Like, I don't care if I win. I just want to see what happens on the table.
Hey, if you want me to build stuff, by all means, I have all those models. I have Meyer.
I've got most of them.
Did you buy Meyer at War Machine?
I bought Meyer. Okay. I've not built him, but I own Meyer. I own a Dracodile. I don't own Sturm and Drang, but I do own two Warhogs and a Roadhog. So I can
see that's what I
battle
don't
boar.
own.
See, I've got all the Pharaoh War Beasts, so I can definitely build his battle group.
Yeah.
I own Wrong Eye and Snapjaw, but I don't own any of the other lessers. I don't own Rosh and Brine. I don't own Grun and Ludback or whatever his name is.
Brun and Lug is the only one I'm missing.
Brun and Lug, and I don't own Scallion.
Dahlia and Scareth.
Yeah, Dahlia and Scareth. I almost said Scalia and Dareth. Gosh,
hey, look, Eliminators keep running.
No. Do you have Pharaoh Valkyries?
1 unit.
1 unit.
Currently.
I'd have to theory craft this list. So there's a battle going on, by the way, but if you've ever watched our channel, you know we make it through about turn 2 and then start talking about other things.
We've had a 14.7 and we're currently drinking a 15.3 beer.
We've had a crap ton of beer.
Yeah. Let's see. How big are these bottles? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, these are more than a liter, I'm fairly certain.
Where 1 pint 9 fluid ounces.
Woo!
I had to slow that down to distinguish pint from point.
1 pint.
Yeah.
Man, that would be fun. Couple of Primal Archons, couple of Dhunian Archons.
Dude,
a
do you just want to see the list I already have built?
A Dracodile running crazy across the table.
Like, I am so close to playing minions. Minions have been calling my heart for so long.
Dude, the only reason I got into minions was because I managed to pick up that sweet minion slot for like $100.
I've been building into minions because they look like so much fun, and with Will Work for Food and all the Archons, they look so much better.
Dude, the Archons...
And the Dracodile is beautiful.
Oh, it's a beautiful model. I love my Dracodile. It's not actually at my house right now. It's still at my parents'. I never moved it. Whenever I moved, it's still sitting with a bunch of other models at my parents' house. Yeah. I might pick it up on Christmas and take it home.
My Blockader's still alive.
Now you know when we filmed this battle report, depending on when it gets out. It's currently December 21st.
Merry Christmas! And Happy New Year.
Merry Crisis. Merry Chrysler.
Oh, that one was bad. But no, seeing as I don't have a regular upload schedule anymore, I'm going to be working on this one as fast as I can.
Seeing as we don't have a regular playing schedule anymore.
Also true. The Oblivion campaign is fucked.
None of those got released.
No, they haven't, because I wanted to have the entire campaign done before I started releasing them. I'm not even sure that's going to happen anymore. The prologue is crap.
I'll be honest, I was watching one of Arcane Assist's one of Arcane Assist's battle reports. A great channel. Go check it out. Evan and Rebecca.
Yeah.
Are super cool. Super great people. I got to meet both of them at War Machine Weekend.
Should say she's now Rebecca.
Yeah. She, they, them. They're both really cool people. Yes. Check out Arcane Assist if you don't already. They're super cool. But one,
I mean, come on. Banky introduced us to Sortilege.
You shut your mouth right now. I don't want to talk about that unless I have it in front of me. It just makes me sad.
I need to go visit Canada again, buy a bunch of it and bring it back because it's for sale in 3 different stores in Prince George.
That's right. But they had a channel, or they had a battle report. Alcohol. Woo! Where they were like, should we do an Oblivion campaign? And I was like, please don't do an Oblivion campaign because it sucks. And I would rather see you guys build 75-point lists that are like decent.
The problem is right now the Oblivion campaign is actually really interesting because we have the Omen cards that we can actually use, but the prologue was so crap that I think it killed it.
100%. Like
that,
the actual War Machine part of the campaign is great. I say actual War Machine part because the prologue you don't actually play with warlocks or warcasters.
The prologue is actually really, really, really good at displaying all the great things about War Machine and Hordes.
Except for the primary concept of the game, which is wizards controlling stompy death robots.
I was going to say, the reason it's so good at displaying all the great things about War Machine and Hordes is because you have access to none of it.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, you don't know what you got till it's gone. Pave paradise. Put up a parking lot.
If the battle reports ever made it out to the public eye, if they ever see the light of day and not just the inside of Ben's computer, I guess they're still technically on the inside of Ben's computer, even if they make it to YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't.
That being said, I lost both mission 1 and 2. I lost both mission 1 and 2, and it was
1 and 2 are so non-interactive. It's bad.
It was so bad. But then mission 3 comes along, and suddenly you're allowed to throw a lesser. Okay, and not even a real warlock, a lesser. So I took Sevi 0. I destroyed my opponent. Not because my list was that much better, but because I suddenly had access to something that was remotely like a Warcaster. I also had the Thamarite Archon. That's like an asterisk. The Thamarite Archon did awful things to people. But it was ridiculous.
Well, here's the other thing. There was only one person in our 4-player group that really did not like Prologue 3.
And it was the one person who didn't have a lesser in their bingo in their list, who happened to be the guy that I played. I basically tabled poor Matt. Basically tabled him.
And I mean, we got from Matt, like, straight up, if that was his introduction to War Machine and Hordes, was the prologue to Oblivion, he would not come back. Straight up.
He would have quit.
It's bad.
It's really bad. And I'll tell you, I think the biggest thing for me was at one point, he had done some stuff. He'd killed some of my models.
It's your turn. You're flailing ineffectually at a Void Archon?
No, I think I'm rolling my my Scattergunners are shooting their like a million sprays.
Oh, right. Dude, they're mini feet.
Because with the 7 of them, I had 14 shots because their mini feet allows them to shoot twice. Super cool, by the way.
So what's the difference? What's the point difference between Maxmin Northkin Raiders and Maxmin Scattergunners?
Let me check. Also,
as you're pausing, I'm also going to that.
If I think...
Which one are you going to look up? I'll look up the other unit. Oh, it doesn't matter. The Raiders are 915. That's Warders. I have 4 units. Why?
Because nobody plays Warders anymore.
Where are Scattergunners? I can't read. Scattergunners, 814. So 5 points. And
I think their UA is 5 points as well.
Are both UA? Oh, wait, no. Highwaymen don't have a...
Well, the Trollkin don't have a UA, but the Scattergunners do.
Are you rec pointing the Scattergunner UA?
Yes, he was rec
So it doesn't matter.
But the other thing, too, is they fill different roles.
Yeah.
The Trollkin... the Northkin Raiders are a skirmishing unit.
So 6 points between... And what did I say? 5... So 6 points for Northkin, and what was it? 5 points for the Scattergunners?
I think so.
Nope, 6 points for both. 915 versus 814, so it's 5 points. Oh my gosh, I've drank too much. Yes. 814 versus 915. Okay, is it worth Max Scattergunners, Min Raiders?
I don't know. Again, the reason why
you only have one
the reason why I had Min was because that's what I've got. I have a plastic unit at home, which I got from you, that is not built because I haven't been building trolls because I've been paying attention to the other army that I'm building, aka not Protectorate. I'm not going to say what the other army that I'm building is.
I'm not going to say either. By the way, never mind. I thought of one of two, and I blanked on one of them. I was like, no, I already gave you the unit for the other one.
Yes, I've gotten... Man, I gotta say, I'm really glad that Ben orders things randomly from Privateer Press, because being a newlywed, I don't have money to buy new models, but I have gotten new models in the past 6 months, mostly because Ben's been like, dude, I got these and I've got no use for them. Here you go.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, it's been awesome.
On that note, I straight up shipped 2 units of trenchers to another fan of our page.
Heck yeah! There we go. We've got fans.
I also actually need to get a hold of Scott Tellerico and figure out his address and phone number. Because then I can send... He mentioned he could use another unit of Kriels, and I've got a set aside.
You could use another unit of Kriel Warriors? What the heck are you playing? Because Kriel Warriors are trash.
Yeah.
They are hot trash.
I just need to get a hold of them so
I can
get that stuff, and as long as they pay me shipping, I'll send it up to Canada because the trolls
painted unit of Kriels, including the UA. Don't have any capers because the one that I bought didn't have the capers in it. But I painted 12 models and I never used them. I'm almost upset about those as I am about my zealots from Protectorate.
While I'm thinking about, I think it was actually a unit of Kriel Warriors that I've seen Frank straight on tilt over.
No. It wasn't Kriel Warriors. that he tilted
You weren't
on.
there for that one.
But I know what it was.
When he threw dice straight across.
It was Fen Blades.
Oh, no,
He
you're right.
tilted on
It
Fen
was
Blades.
Fen Blades. It was Fen
I was
Blades.
going to say, no, I know, because that's why I didn't get any. Because he had some and he got rid of them and then quit playing, and I got his entire Trolls collection. And so I didn't get any Fen Blades because he hates Fen Blades.
Because he not only threw his dice, he actually smashed his Fen Blades right in front of me.
Like, he destroyed the $50 model.
Dude, I miss Frank.
I miss Frank too. Frank, we miss you if you watch any of this.
There are lessons from him that I still try to take that I'm really bad at. He is one person I want to try to emulate for playing against other people, because he could acknowledge what was important, what wasn't, and would like straight up throw models that weren't really significant to his plan to his opponent, so they would have something to kill just so they felt better about it.
Dude, I think
like he straight up did that to me.
I think what I liked about Frank, and granted, when I met Frank, when I came into the meta here in Albuquerque.
By the way, the guy we're talking about, Frank Wilkerson, he was the original Rock of the Trollbros Scrum podcast.
Rock of the podcast.
He was the OG Rock there.
The Rock. Frank the Rock.
Love you, Manuel.
But when I came into the meta, Ben was there. We had another fella named Sean Slimak, the greatest troll in the history of trolls. And then Frank, right?
Just internet troll even.
And Frank and Ben were kind of the people who taught me how to play.
Hey, we totally missed you doing crap damage. Like spiking low on crows and then making up for it on
I do
the
awful with the
Blockader.
Scattergunners, and then I roll bonkers on a Colossal, and the Colossal just disappears.
And I was so sad to see you roll that freaking 11 at dice -1, which was exactly what you needed, because I couldn't Hermit Gunbjorn.
Killed it. Killed it on the nose.
Like, if you didn't kill Blockader, I knew you were going to shoot it with Gunbjorn. I was going to Hermit that one, and I couldn't.
It was great.
No.
That being said, when I came in, right, the guys who taught me how to play were Ben and Frank. Ben just kicked my teeth in. Yep. Granted, that taught me very important lessons. Frank, on the other hand,
get better.
You have. Frank, on the other hand, still kicked my teeth in, but did it in like a really weird way. It was like I still felt good about the game when I got done with the game. Like, I would get beat, absolutely, but then I get done with the game, and Frank was like, "So, what'd you do wrong?" And I was like, I think this is what I did wrong. He's like, absolutely. Whereas sometimes
I think even now, Frank is like the biggest contributor to our meta.
Yeah, probably, considering one of my two main factions I received entirely from Frank.
Yeah, I mean, you and Kevin, and even now I'm using part of his collection. Like,
Frank, we owe this meta and partially this channel.
Yes.
To you.
Yeah.
To you, Frank. You can't see the camera, but I'm pointing at it. Frank, if you're watching this.
We miss you, man.
I hope you're having fun in Arizona or wherever the heck you are.
I wish we had more people like that, and I understand why we don't, because I'm legitimately I've tried to do better to emulate that, but I am legitimately not that type of person. Like, once I get into a game, I get into a particular mindset. I am competitive.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I innately take things that way. That's why I'm picky about the games I play. At Twin Suns, one of the employees there straight up says, I'm probably not the best person to teach new players. And I don't refute it, and I understand why.
I think Internet, you'll probably think this is a little self-righteous, but that's fine. I think I'm probably the better person out of the two of us to play a new player.
No, you straight up are. I will admit that all day long. I don't care.
If I play a new player, I generally don't play a terribly hard list. I throw random models on the table and play them. And then, it also helps that I'm a teacher.
Yeah.
So I'm used to doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, you get that skill set.
I have that skill set.
Oh, hey, here's the souls that I illegally take and then later get take back because thank you, Tomas.
It's true. Yeah, bad things are occurring. Man, my war beasts are disappearing and there's a void Archon like 10 inches from my back line. That's okay. Like, I didn't have high expectations coming into this game anyways. Like, how close it was, I was...
By the way,
Like,
do you legit want to acknowledge we had a dude from Poland watching?
Yeah, we had a guy from Poland hanging out.
There's a dude from Brazil that's actually been active on our page too. Like, what the fuck?
Like, can I
Why
also
do you guys watch this crap?
Can I also just state we finished this game at like 4, which is like
2.5 hours ago?
2.5 hours ago, but like what time is that in Poland?
Let's find out.
Like, it's got to be like 10 o'clock at night or something silly like that.
Oh.
Right? Like
who
Poland's
cares?
way ahead of us. Like, the fact that we have international fans is a little bonkers.
Dude, I don't know why people watch.
Also, while we're checking it out, everybody just marvel in awe at the beautiful zones we're using in today's video. You can get those from Muson Minis. They are the protectorate of Menoth zones. I have to say thank you to my co-host here, Benjamin, for getting those for me for Christmas. So thank you very much.
By the way, that other box over there is yours.
Excuse me?
I kind of fucked up on one of them, though, but that other box over there is yours.
Which, that one?
The wrapped one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, dear. That's not Kevin's?
No, it's not.
Oh, man, I just stood up and I've had way too much.
That's why I'm not standing up. It's 2:29 a.m. right now, so that means it was midnight his time by the time we finished.
Makes sense why he was drunk.
That's
or 12, either one. I'm not sure what to believe at this point.
Oh, yeah, man, love Poland. Okay, so while stuff is going on, I'm doing random things.
We're finishing out the game at this point.
So the Hermit advanced forward, did his F your armor spell.
Oh, man, that was so upsetting. Man, you moved forward and you were like, -2 armor to everything, and I was like, crap! What
Hermit good.
What the heck?
This is my Hermit in there. I mean, the protection is nice, but still, the minus... I can get a 6-point armor swing, like a 6-point POW effective armor swing with my Crows, because Hermit says F you, Void Archons have Dark Shroud.
Oh, I see.
Crows have Prey.
Very nice.
Yeah, see, I that's why I'm like, I kind of done effed up because I went that faction instead of Trolls.
I think that's okay. I think this is fine. These look fine. These look great.
Oh yeah, those
This
ones
is a
do
very
look
pretty
great.
set.
And there's a reason I said it that way, because people can't see that one on camera,
Exactly.
so they still don't know the other color. All they know is, okay, what factions are released right now for Muse on store, and then guess which one.
You can guess. You can guess which faction. The thing is, I've played every faction I own except for this one on the channel.
Yet. Didn't you play that one for Oblivion Campaign 1, or are you waiting for the 50?
That's not released.
Okay, no, I mean, that's why I said yet.
And no, we didn't. I mean, we recorded, but it was on your crappy camera that didn't record.
Oh, that's right. So it'll technically be up there. It'll be crap quality.
These are pretty.
Yeah, so I killed 2 of your heavies, so I'm kind of feeling okay. At this point, I'm at the end of this turn, I'll be up 3-0 on scenario. Joys of being second player, I have the first opportunity to score, so I know I'm up 2-0, and I haven't moved the Thamarite Archon off the flag, so I will be 3-0.
These are pretty. These always look
that is
different.
Another faction that looks great.
These always look different in person than they do on the store, because they're always more vibrant on the store, in my opinion.
Yeah. Though, I think Circle... Oh!
That's what I'm saying. Look at what these look like in person. These look great. Here's the
I was going to say, straight up show me the circle.
Here's the circular. Like, that looks great.
Dude.
That's a beautiful zone.
I want that on the channel. You have
Absolutely
to play that
beautiful. Yeah, definitely. Once I get the faction up to 75
I need
points,
you
we'll
and
be golden.
Kevin to play each other, because I think you and him have the 2 most beautiful zones I've seen.
Yo, do 1-1? 1-1?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, I mean, I think both yours and Signar's, obviously, Kevin plays Signar, whatever. I'm talking those.
Yeah, I hate to say it as much as I love the Protectorate ones.
I do think those look better than Protectorate.
Look better than the Protectorate, absolutely.
I think those look better than Infernals, too.
Bro, I've got 3 sets of zones now.
Yes, you do.
I could run a tournament.
Yes, you could.
As long as there's no objectives or flags.
You really will want one more to run a tournament, but I mean, considering Wiley keeps his at the store, yeah, you could run a tournament at Twins. By the way, please do, because you're better at playing new players than me.
Bro, if I can listen, you know what it's like to be newlywed.
I do. I understand what it's like to be newlywed. I understand what it's like to be married.
It's
I wish I could commit to a weekday because I think we could get more players, but it's just the nature of my job that prevents me
absolutely.
from doing
Well,
that.
to be fair, too, I'm thankful we don't do weekdays because when I get done with my workday, physically I'm not exhausted. Mentally I'm beat.
Yeah.
And I deal with middle schoolers all day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done when 3:20 rolls around.
Yeah. What did I just attack because I saw boxes disappear? I have no idea what's going on our report anymore.
I don't know.
I don't even know whose turn it is. Oh no, it's your turn because you took a free strike from the Void Archon. That's what happened.
Yeah, I just walked Gunny away.
Gunny needed to shoot something.
Yeah, I straight walked Gunny away.
I don't even remember what Gunny was shooting. But yeah, dude, enjoy.
Thank you very much. I'm playing Kevin possibly this week, possibly next week, like middle of the day, because we're both on break. I have to decide which zones I want to take now.
Fair enough. On that note, if you know when, I know like Kevin generally likes my house because it's close to his family. And
it's close to where he's at, yeah.
If you let me know what day, I'll just leave all kinds of equipment out.
Oh, yeah, because I got...
Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if the stream knows that.
Man, I don't know either, but this is more alcohol than I've drank in a while, so give me a second.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, you can get in here. I mean, I'll leave lights, I'll leave cameras if you want to record. Both those zones are so freaking pretty, and it pisses me off because it's one of the factions I fucking hate.
Yes. So, leave in the comments down below which Muson Minis faction zone sets you think is prettiest.
Yes.
Let us know which ones you think are the best.
Also, guess which one I got for Reilly that you don't know about.
Exactly. Leave that in the comments too. Also, let us know which ones you're wanting us. We have. By
the way, this is game because A, scenario, and B, I have totally won attrition at this point.
I clock.
Oh yeah, you clock.
That's technically victory condition.
Yeah, right. Clock was technically victory condition, but I have one scenario either way. Because I go up 3, I can run Fiora past turn, go up 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
Yep, but I clock, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let us know. We've got at least 4? No, 5, because you have Infernals as well, correct? Do you have
okay, so zones? I have Infernals, Mercenaries, Circle, Legion.
Do you have all these zones?
Oh, zones?
Zones. Let us know zones.
Okay, we're talking zones.
We're talking zones here.
Okay,
zones,
so the ones I personally own are Circle and Infernals.
Circle and Infernals. We've got Protectorate.
You've seen Protectorate.
We have Mystery Faction.
And we have Signar.
So let us know which zones you want to see.
I love that blue. I love how vibrant those colors are. I haven't wrapped that one yet. I could actually bring them down to show you if you wanted.
Let us know what zones you'd like to see in a battle report. And we will do our very best, if we can manage to get together for a battle report, to get those on a battle report so you can see what they look like on the table.
You are committing me to buying more zones.
No, I'm not. I said let us know of those 5 zones we have.
The Mystery Faction, you son of a...
Listen, if it's not a faction we own, we'll just tell you, unfortunately, it's not a faction we own. Too bad, so sad. There's a mystery faction that you don't get to see that I have right here next to me. It's pretty.
Is that actually on camera? Can they see that? Or am I going to have to blur that?
I don't think
I can't tell. I can't tell. I'll see what the things... Now they can't. Whatever. Now I'm just going to have to blur that.
Ooh, Protectorate zone.
You grab another zone from that pile for lulz.
Ooh, Blue Stone Zone.
The OG Muse.
Are you in front?
No, my Infernals are not there. My Infernals and Circle are back over by my bags. I've got the Canadian zones, and I have the official War Machine and Horde zones.
Because I think,
and I've got the bullshit zones.
Between us, we've got a bunch of different zones. Because I also have the American Team WTC zones.
Oh yeah, you have those.
If you enjoy those, let us know.
Yeah.
If you enjoy seeing like both the Canada and the US on the board together, I think we've done that before.
We have.
And those look super cool.
Because I'm from Canada, so I'm totally supporting that country.
If you want to see multiple faction zones, of the 5 factions, the 4 that we said in the mystery faction, which you have to guess.
Yes. I mean, legitimately one of the things I would like to do is whenever we play on stream or do battle reports. By the way, follow us on Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch. If you're
we are much more active on Twitch than we are on YouTube right now.
But on YouTube, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the like button as well. Right? Give us a little bit of love if you enjoy what we're doing here.
And ring the bell. I just felt dirty saying that.
Uh-oh.
It's a YouTube thing now. Because when you subscribe, it does personalized notifications, and then if you click the bell, it'll actually send all of them. YouTube sucks.
That's true. I'm gonna check real quick and see what followers we're at the moment. Did you just bite
12:30.
12:30. Did you check today?
Yeah, every once in a while I check, just because I released that War Room 2 tutorial, which I'm actually really proud of.
Dang, yeah, go check that out.
I made a comprehensive War Room 2 tutorial that goes over pretty much everything inside the app.
1.23K.
Told you.
Yep, 1.23K.
Like 12:30 exactly as of earlier today.
1.23. Obviously, all of our battle reports are on there. We've got battle reports from the beginning of Mark 3. We've got battle reports from Mark 2. If you enjoy our drunken escapades, go check it out. There's a whole slew of people who are and are not any longer in our meta.
Yes.
But the constant has been us two. This is ultimately Ben's channel. I'm just a hanger-on that likes to be around and be drunk on the channel.
I say mine. It's still one of those, the name, the logo, everything else. If I ever leave Albuquerque, I want to be able to hand the reins to somebody else.
It's true.
C'est la vie.
So, we've been around, so if you enjoy our drunken escapades, go check out some of our other channels, some of our other videos. Obviously,
follow us on Facebook.
Follow us on Facebook.
We are way more active on Facebook.
It's true. Generally,
I am way more active on Facebook because I don't see you adding crap.
I don't do it very often anymore.
No, you don't.
It's true. Again, we tend to cover pretty much every new occurrence in War Machine on the channel. There's generally some sort of comment on it. Yeah. If you want to be a part of the discussion, follow us on Facebook.
I try to keep up with current news. I didn't do the ADR this year because by the time I actually was able to download all the pictures and everything else, I were enough other people. I figured, I'll let them.
Also, Facebook is a great way to see when we are streaming. We always post on our page, on the War Machine and Hordes general page, and on the faction pages for the factions that are being played.
I don't know when or how, but our page is in the War Machine and Hordes general group, but not in any of the other factions. I don't know how pages got allowed into groups.
But if you follow us on Facebook, you'll always see when we are streaming. We always post whenever we are streaming. You can find us again at twitch.tv/
Oh, it's the internet. They should know.
Okay.
You can also find us at facebook.com/should-turn-left. That should have worked. If not, just search for it. Find the Zia with the no right turn symbol. And look up what a Zia is. It's New Mexican.
It's true. Is there more we need to do with this?
I don't think so. We had fun. I won on clock/scenario. Their stuff happened. We had high ABV things.
We had a good time.
You know what? Oh, what's the name of their channel?
We had a really enjoyable Polish person hang out with us and our ever faithful Lord Rourke.
Lord Rourke. Heck yes. Why are they offline? They said they would be in the...
We've been betrayed by the DeChicos.
Central ARWMH.
The DeChicos.
Yep.
They betrayed us. They didn't show up for our stream. We were going to crash their stream. They're not online right now. Sounds like dinner time to me.
They usually start at about 5 and they'll go until 9. p.m. Mountain Time on Saturdays.
That would be different for Central Time, which Arkansas is in.
Yes.
Which that would be 6 o'clock Central Time, and they end at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, they're 1 hour ahead of us. Yep.
Yeah, but other than that, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for joining us. If you'd like to hear our banter and whatnot during the actual battle, go check out the VOD on twitch.tv/should've-turned-left. We will catch you guys later on. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Should Have Turned Left. I'm Reilly.
I'm Ben.
Happy wargaming, y'all.
I'm already out.
Drinking very, very, very dark Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm going to start.